Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Bible channel where we are just asking questions of the Bible to get nuggets for ourselves. Whether you are a devout Christian or whether you are agnostic or atheist, it is a pretty important book of the world that we should know and understand for a whole variety of reasons. And we ask about 3 or 4 or 5 questions in little chunks so that we can digest what we've read and understand. So we're in Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, and Jesus is talking about giving us advice on life and living and not being anxious. And he says, you can't have 2 masters. You can only serve one. And what does he truly mean by that? Because he's implying several things. And just like much of the Bible, there's a lot of implied things that you have to guess about. So does it mean that you can't have 2 gods? That is what most people assume. I would assume that would be true too, that he would not want you to have 2 gods. But he says you'll hate one and serve the other. This could easily mean a bunch of different things, like, separating your time, like having 2 separate careers that are different and they're competing, and then you're not able to do one well, so you're starting to despise the other one, and, vice versa. Or what pops into my head is that, okay, you're a stay-at-home father or mother, and you're sacrificing your talents to stay at home, and you start resenting the home life and taking care of the kids on a daily basis because you're sacrifice your opportunity to explore the other parts of you, and vice versa. If you're out exploring all those other parts of you and your creative side and producing value in the world, then you can resent that because you're not focused on your home. There's balance in these things. So it's not real clear what he says. And you cannot serve God in wealth. Well, I don't think you need to serve wealth. But at the same time, in my connection with the infinite, I at no time feel like the infinite does not want me to be safe and secure and have funds for a rainy day, not being able to take care of my friends and family and provide for others when and where I can to give them a helping hand up. You wouldn't be able to do that if you didn't have some sort of eye on producing some kind of value for your fellow man that allows you to have the ability to do things. I think you can do that and still serve God, but he's saying no. So that confuses me and doesn't resonate at all. And then we said Jesus is clearly saying it's God and nothing else. That's what I'm writing down in my notes here as I'm going line by line. But if it's God and nothing else, then how do you take care of cold, hunger? I mean, other than Jesus saying just don't worry about it in the next video, which we're going to go into in a second, which I find utterly intriguing because, wow, he sounds much like a monk or a yogi that has given up all societal life to do that thing. Is that what Jesus is saying we should do? It certainly seems that way. That's a difficult proposition, and one we should consider in this study to open up our spirit and souls and figure out how to navigate this life so we can come together in fellowship and meditation and worship in ways that resonate and make sense for us. So thank you for joining, and we are going to continue in the next video about this sermon that Jesus has given, which is pretty incredible. So please join us. And if you find these topics of all the tools that the universe, God has given us, and how we can be better people and elevate our spirit and soul so we can communicate better with God, there's a lot of topics on this matter and the mystics of Texas and our other website. And you can find us on all the alternative socials as well. So thank you for joining, and I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.